Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Sorry I didn't realize that chart wasn't centered. But I have not taken any trades this morning. As you guys know, I sit out like 7 minutes. 7 minutes before high impact news, I sit out. So there was nothing before high impact news, there was nothing after. And then I had to sit out starting 5 minutes before the medium impact news. So there wasn't a whole lot of time between news events. And like I said, before the news events, there was nothing. So now we're here. Let's see. Good morning, Clarity. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Oh, I didn't even realize. All right. Didn't realize I didn't have the zone drawn. Not really a fan of this. Good morning, Granny. Yeah, didn't really take this trade because that's at the top of that zone right there. All right. But yeah, so we'll see if we get anything today. Definitely went over yesterday's session. I don't have to stop after 10:30. After going through everything, I was pretty sure that there was just a couple rules I needed to make a little bit more defined. Definitely the trade that I took going back towards the new session high, I feel like it was, or low, I don't remember, but definitely had to refine that just a tad, like just basically add a second volume requirement versus trading with one. I remember the one trade that was basically a pullback of it was a divergence, a really huge pullback divergence. Kind of basically realized that for that particular trade, the previous reversal bar didn't react off of anything. It was like floating in la la land. And then the entry bar also had no level attached to it. In 6 weeks worth of data, that's the only time that happened. The only time. So basically, I created a rule where, hey, for that particular trade, it either needs to be reacting off of a previous level or the entry bar needs to be reacting off of a previous level, which makes sense because it's a huge pullback of the overall trend. So it needs to touch something. It can't just be floating in la la land, basically. And so for me, like I told you guys plenty of times, in the process of me creating this strategy and me eventually getting to the point where, like, all right, we got enough data to start refining rules more and more. When stuff like that happens, it's like, like it makes sense why it needs to be reacting to something. So, yeah, so that one, I think at the end of when it was all said and done, there should have only been one loss yesterday. I think should have been like 6 wins, 1 loss, and maybe like 5 break evens or something crazy. It was a lot of break evens yesterday, no matter what. But there were a lot of trades that I genuinely just either sat out of or just missed completely. There was one trade I do remember that I had like a certain rule for how it would react off of a VWAP, like if it rotated over a VWAP. And after going back through the data, I realized that was not, I didn't have my interpretation correct, basically. So I redid that rule because I did sit out of a win yesterday because of that rule. Trying to think of what else. It was quite a few things that I learned yesterday. So you guys know, like for me, as long as I'm learning, that's what makes, I don't know, that's what like makes me the most happy if I'm learning along the way. This buy right here, I kind of wanted to take, honestly. The only reason why I didn't is because it basically reacted off the top of that zone, and typically when it comes to like a regular pullback, I don't like taking those. So I think it would have been just kind of chancy. So I'd rather just sit out. Good morning, Hus. Good morning, Frederick. Good morning, good morning. So yeah. Oh, here's my pen. I was looking for my pen. Yeah, so let's just see what today brings. Let's see. All right. No buy here. It would be literally impossible for me to get the volume that I'm looking for, the pattern I'm looking for. And there's the loss. Good morning, Rio. How are you? You just replied to my last message. All right. Rhythmic doesn't even connect to NinjaTrader. That has to be your internet, buddy. I got some serious sleep last night. I actually still did not go to sleep at a time that I wanted to. I wanted to go to bed at like 10, but I didn't go to bed till probably like 1:30. But when I tell y'all, from 1:30 to 7:30 was some of the best sleep. No, I think I woke up at 6:30. From 1:30 to 6:30 was some of the best sleep of my life. Then I woke up for like 5 minutes and went straight back to sleep. I was tired yesterday. I didn't end up taking my freaking nap. So once it got too late in the day, because of course I journaled after I was done trading and stuff like that. So once it got too late in the day, I was like, forget it. I'll just go to sleep early. All right, let's see what we do here. Oh, pushed too far. All right, that'll be a first touch. quite curious to see if this pushes up. I'm not going to get into it. I'd rather kind of see what happens because it breaks one of my rules. Alright, so I can take it. Alright, cool. The only reason why I didn't get into it, it kind of broke my rule where like it touched this green level down here, and I would have liked for the green level to be above here. But because it is a green level and not a red one, I had a feeling that I probably could still take it, but I wasn't quite sure. So I just didn't. But now I know that if it's outside of the zone that I want it to be in, as long as it's the right color, it's fine. It met the volume requirements too. But me sitting out of that one makes sense for me. So there's usually only one level that I'm okay with, like price touching it and not being where I want it to be, and I still take it, and that's the buy and sell rotation levels. But I mean, that is resistance turn support, so it kind of makes sense why that could still work out. All right. Good morning, Mario. Good morning, Trenches. How are you guys this morning? Focus on the top green peaks after the breaks. Why am I using this chart instead of candlesticks? Can I explain? Okay, so I was first introduced to Rinkos 10 years ago when I first started learning how to trade. And to be honest with you, it was always my favorite because for me personally, I am an overanalyzer. I'm super analytical. So when it comes to like regular charts, they just don't compute in my head. Like where I would draw a lower high, I'm one of those people where I look at like every single lower high versus like the bigger lower highs, or like where some people would draw support and resistance, I would draw way more lines because I'm super analytical, right? Whereas with Renko charts, it doesn't matter how over analytical I am. This is a lower high, period, point blank. No matter if 1,000 people are looking at this chart, it's a lower high, right? So, also, like I've traded Heikin-Ashi charts or candles. I've traded regular candles, time-based, tick-based. I've traded a lot of different candles. But for me, I just know, and yeah, I just know that Rinkos are the most price-based type of candle that you can possibly trade. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And yeah, it's pure price based. It's not based on time. It's not based on volume. It's not based on ticks. It's not based on any of that. It's just based on pure price action. Price has to get there no matter what. Otherwise, the bar won't close. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and, attempt to create the strategy the way that I wanted to. Because it's just what makes the most sense for me. I probably could have taken this buy right here, but it touched my major level, and I don't really like taking any trades that touch my major level unless it's specifically a trade at my major level. I don't know how to describe it, but I just don't like taking it. That one I probably could have taken, but I don't take those often enough for me to feel comfortable trading them. So, because basically it was like a regular pullback at my minor and major level versus just one of the two. So it doesn't happen often enough. I don't track it enough for me to trade it. So, but yeah, so that's why. Oh yeah. So a memory came up in my Facebook earlier today from years ago. And where did it go? I don't even know what instrument I was trading in, but this was from 4/22/2020, and I made $600 on my personal account, $686 on my personal account. I have no idea what the hell I was trading. I don't even know if that'll show up. I'll have to take a screenshot on Facebook. But I don't even know what I was trading. I do know that I was intraday swinging on a 2-minute chart, because I just know that's what I used to do back then. But it's like, man, what was you doing and why did you stop? Let's see. I'm not gonna lie, I did like intraday swinging on a 2-minute chart, but I was on the charts all day. All day. A lot of times I could, get done earlier in the morning, earlier in the session, but I'm looking for, never mind. I was looking for a push, a reversal up. We tried right here, but created an outside bar instead. Zigzag is red now. There's just not a whole lot of volatility today. I mean, we basically switched to an uptrend bias like back here. I don't even know what time that is. And we've been sitting here ever since. Like, we just haven't really pushed away from the level. But we did hit the session high, which kind of contributes to that. It's quite a bit of resistance there for now, at least. Oh, actually, I was trading ZB. What else? Oh, I recorded that yesterday. But yeah, so I have another memory that just came up. I was trading ZB. Oh yeah, this is when I was trading the bonds heavy. ZB, TN. I was trading ES. I was trading the MES on my live account. I do know for sure. But life is always why I stopped trading. Always. Life or just getting irritated with trading. But I can tell from the memories from 4 years ago, it definitely was not irritation. It was just life. Which happens. It happens. Alright, let me not sit like that. It's gonna hurt my neck. See how we react off of the session high. Just looking for the pullback right now. Can't trade the divergence because you can see here we pushed off of the buy rotation level. So we definitely do not take sales off of that. It's too strong of a level. Now, I will take buys going back towards a buy rotation level or sales going back towards a sell rotation level, but I don't take them opposite. Let's see. Oh, I needed to stall here for a while longer. We pushed too far down. I wanted a reaction off of 536. So now we wait again. Again. Alright, minor trend changed. Alright, we just reacted and pushed off of my major level at 523. So let's see what happens here. See if we create some structure that actually continue pushing up, or this could just be too much resistance and we push down. It's not a whole lot of volatility today, so I'm not surprised at the reactions off of the new session high at all. Oh, I forgot he's trying to a new scalping strategy. This is something else that I have not been trading that I will eventually start trading, is these type of divergences, the lower high to higher high off of the new session high or low. They've been happening quite often lately. Matter of fact, this is what I'll do. I'll take it on sim. So I'm almost certain I know the volume pattern that I'm looking for, but I haven't really been recording it, and I definitely did not backtest it. So yeah. And what I'll probably start doing is like on trades where I'm like kind of iffy about, if I have enough time to just switch to my sim account and take it, I will. That way I can at least know like if I would get filled, because there are some times where I think I should get filled on a trade, but like based on the data lag and the closing times of the bars, I should be getting filled, but I don't. So Oh, you know what? That'll be a little bit different because I would need it to be. That probably actually won't stall there long enough. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you? How have you been? Gotta go. Thank you, Frederick. Have a great rest of your day. How have you been, Applejacks? Yeah, I have not taken any trades at all. I had two, like, iffy. We don't really take these very often. They don't really set up often, but they kind of meet the rules. So maybe I should take them, but I don't really want to chance it because we don't really see it often and I don't have a lot of data for it. That's what this morning has been. And I only had two of those trades. So, I mean, with there being high and medium impact news today and them being so close, I kind of had a feel like because I stopped trading so early before high impact and medium impact news. I mean, technically, before the high impact news, I only had 8 minutes to get my first trade in, 7 minutes to get my first trade in. So that didn't happen. So then I restarted at 8:47, around like 8:49. But then I stopped at 8:55 for medium impact news. So just didn't have the setups. And since then, not had the regular setups that I see normally. So just been sitting out. Just been sitting out. Was the London session not good either? It is freezing. We go from super hot to freezing, back and forth and back and forth. Man, we are so far away from the the overnight range. Goodness gracious. Like 200 points. This move up is crazy. $252 ticks in this swing. We almost created divergence for me to be able to take here, but we got stopped by a double bottom. And I needed this to be a lower high instead. All right, I can't take this buy here. Started with a double bottom, and that requires different volume requirements than everything else that's going on with this trade. So let's just see what happens. But wonder if the volume of this didn't matter because we started with a double bottom. I might have to look at that. So I feel like that happened to me yesterday. I think it did happen to me yesterday, but I'm pretty sure I didn't write it down. Pretty sure. All right, the zigzag's acting kind of wonky. Hot boo boo in London. I'm not surprised. Let's see, what was the range? Like a 25-point range from 2 to 230. So yeah, that's not surprising. Not surprising at all. What time frame does who trade on Apple? Oh, I'm so slow. Applejacks, the trenches is talking to you. At first I thought you was asking me what time frame do I look at, like the stock Apple. What? Who told you I did that? I could be a little slow sometimes. Okay, don't judge me. I got you, trenches. I just was a little delayed on the understanding. Just highlighting the 1 bar pullback. I really thought I was gonna have a whole heap of trades today with the 2 news events. What's news like tomorrow? Just crude oil. home sales is Thursday. Consumer sentiment is Friday. I did charge them. Can't remember if I charged my headphones. No, not pairing. They're already paired. VWAP at 2 a.m. It hasn't been back under. Bounced off as. I got a 5-minute chart open, but I don't have a VWAP on it. I'll put a VWAP on it. Actually, I'm gonna have to find a different VWAP. I don't want to put the order flow VWAP on it because the order flow VWAP is very heavy on the processor. Like when I backtest and I tap the market replay, not market replay, the tick replay data to be on, the last thing to load is always the order flow VWAP. It's very heavy. But let me see, 449. Pretty sure the VWAP is at the same spot. What time you said? At 7:15. $363. Hold on, I'll look. Alright, let me see. What was the VWAP? Yeah, the VWAP was at 361 then. Oh yeah, it's just been pushing up ever since. Yeah, around that time, it reacted off of the top of the overnight range and the VWAP at the same time, and it's just been pushing ever since. Push too soon. Push too soon. That was too big of a push up. So I gotta wait again. My major levels right here at 576. So that's kind of what we're reacting off of right now. We reacted here, again here. So let's see if we reject here and actually create structure below it, which I wouldn't be surprised if we do. We've been stair-stepping our way down. My back is killing me today. gotta just realize I haven't been in my online journal, I think, all week. I think I might have missed some last week too. All right. Never trust wrinkle bar, speaking from experience. Well, you know what, Gunja? That's your experience, and that's okay. People can say that about any candle type. People can say that about regular time based candles. Some people will tell you don't trust a 5 minute chart, don't trust a 30-second chart. Some people will tell you don't trust Heikin-Ashi bars. There are people who are successful trading with every bar type there is out there, every setting you can possibly think of. People tell you not to trust the MACD, but there are people who are successful trading with the MACD. So it's unfortunate that that's your experience, but I like Rinko candles, and that's what I'm personally going to stick to. It's all about finding what works for you and the strategy that you have created for yourself. I don't know how you can't trust the most price-based candle type, but to each their own. I really want to see us just break this zone. We got kind of like a little squeeze right here, so see which way we go. Definitely probably should have, out of the two trades that I sat out of, because I was like, I feel like that first one I definitely could have taken. Like I said, because even though the green level was like outside of where I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be above my minor level. It still was green versus like here, right? This is a red level that it would be touching. That's totally different. And I'm pretty sure when I was back testing, it was more of like this, where the red level that was support and now it turns into resistance is touching on the buy, or it would be green touching on a sell. So that other one was way different. I definitely could have taken it. But like I said, it just doesn't happen often. It happens more like today has not been choppy. Obviously, you go look at any chart, it's clearly trending. But whenever the market slows down from trending and it's just, creating some pullbacks, the only time that it happens, like the trade that I set out of, is when the market is like chopping around at that area, like where we try to change the overall trend bias kind of thing. So, like I said, when I set out of it, I wasn't really bothered with sitting out of it because it doesn't happen often enough for me to have really paid much attention. I've been paying attention to everything else that I've been trying to put together with the strategy, but pretty sure I could have just taken that one. We're at a resistance level here. This is resistance 2, which of course right now would be support since we're trading above it. All right, so we got an immediate rejection of the attempt to change to a downtrend bias. I gotta look back at. I thought I had an example of something specific yesterday. Oh, let me get back. Why are my charts so laggy? Let me close YouTube, although I shouldn't have to. Wait, maybe. Why is this so laggy? Alright, that trade's invalidated. I was looking for the sale. I'm looking at yesterday's charts because I'm looking for an example of this one thing that I think I had to deal with. God damn it. Never mind. My charts are like super laggy out of nowhere. Alright, I'm looking for something super specific. I felt like I saw it yesterday, but not all the way sure. Oh yeah, it was this. Wait, no, not that one. Maybe it wasn't yesterday. It could have been Friday. Alright, my charts are done lagging. I don't know what the heck that was. It's the only thing I have open besides my charts and OBS is YouTube. And with 64 gigs of RAM, we shouldn't be having this issue. I still need to find another volume up down indicator though, low key, high key, low key, because I know that's what causes the lags on my screen. Good morning, Christian. How are you this morning? But yeah, I know that volume up down indicator is what causes my lagging, and it drives me crazy. But the one that I tried to download from somewhere, I think I downloaded it from the NinjaTrader ecosystem. Yeah, that one had my chart laggy, very freaking laggy. Like I don't even think it ever came back. So I was not happy about that. It just sat there loading for like 10 minutes. So definitely cannot do that one. All right. No divergence off of the session high. Way too much volume in the current candle. It would have needed to reverse like 700 volume ago. Nope, 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 nope. I mean, I'm just literally not seeing anything that I normally see on a day-to-day basis. Well, okay. I said, I don't know. It just called it to sell off. Did something happen? This is a huge push. That's 200 plus sticks. All right. Another trend bias change, so I'm not going to take the first sale here. This market is just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. market. Is the music not playing? Oh, there we go. Just literally nothing. We have big pushes and then we just have these weird pullbacks shortly after. And then we have another big push and then the weird pullbacks shortly after. I am in a downtrend bias, so the way that these buys have been setting up are not valid for me. We can't even break the yellow line. But this is the zone that changed it to a downtrend, so maybe we're gonna stall here for a bit and then just finally kind of push down. Maybe, hopefully, something. I just literally can't do anything here. We either need to like push below 542 or we need to do something around 564. What is that? Oh yeah, 564. 564, 563, somewhere around there. We need to do something up here. So right now we're kind of like in this la la land because I don't have my middle level on my charts anymore. It's just minor and major. So celebrating. Wow. Birthday Saturday at my house at 2. Alright. Just need to break this VWAP. Just do something of substance. All right. Maybe we can get something going now. I mean, it's been a very obvious uptrend today, so with it switching to a downtrend like that, let's just see if we could break this level and switch back to an uptrend, and then maybe all this heavy resistance will go away. We haven't fell back to the 21 EMA, but video just bounced off its 21 EMA. So tell it to do something. Christian, no, my P&L is still on. I just literally haven't taken trades today. Yeah, I just haven't taken trades. You can see here, no trades taken. No, for me, there's no, we've talked about this a couple of times. How, I mean, I've been on YouTube for maybe 4 months or something. I can't remember when I started streaming. But you guys have never seen me go on till, the psych part of trading is probably the easiest part for me, if I'm being honest. And maybe it helps that like this entire time I've been developing my strategy. So it's not very bothersome to lose because in the back of my head, you're still developing your strategy kind of thing. Now, don't get me wrong. When I came to YouTube, I thought my strategy was already where I wanted it to be. But unfortunately, it was not. But yeah, so that probably helps a little bit. But let me see, 462. But yeah, the P&L does not bother me. Or, you know, I have certain days where I'm like super irritated because it's like, bro, what the heck is going on? But to be honest with you, once I go back, and maybe sometimes I'll start like staying on the stream while I journal, because you guys can see my like natural reaction to what the hell were you thinking? Or, you know, I just end up going back and it'll typically be that I just didn't have the rule refined all the way properly yet, which does happen quite a bit because, again, I'm still developing my strategy. So usually it's something like that. But yeah, the P&L does not bother me at all. Once you lose enough of your real money over the course of years, it's not bothersome. Now, if I start going on losing streaks after I'm like, all right, guys, my strategy is 100% solidified, it's time to rock and roll. If I go on a losing streak, it probably will irritate me a little bit, but it's not going to cause me to go on tilt. I am looking for a buy right here. If it reverses in this bar, if we push down from here instead and reject the zone, it'll be a little bit different. But that is what I'm looking for. Still not all the way sure if I want to kind of like take the first pullback into the zone or not, because it can be a heavy resistance area. But so far it's been working out, so we'll just keep doing it for now, I guess. Actually, I'm not. Actually, I am. I'm not, as you can see. The only reason I did not take the trade is because technically with us having a downtrend bias, I had created like this rule where like I don't want the price to react off of my minor level. However, I was okay with it if it was like rotating over this green line like it just did. So, but because I've had some changes recently, I didn't know if that was still going to be a thing. So that's why I just sat out of it. If it wins, it wins, which it just did actually. Right before it pulled back, it would have TP'd right at the close of the previous bar. So I can deal with that. I think I can go back to just knowing like if it's rotating over this level, you're cool with it hitting the minor level, and that's fine. But yeah. And I think because today has just been so like not really very many setups, the ones where I'm still like iffy about, just don't take it. Makes no sense too. I don't really plan to take this sale because I would have to break even right here at the bottom of the zone anyway. If we push a little bit further out from it and it's still setting up, then cool. But my entry would literally be a few ticks away. It's like a point away. Oh, it didn't end up setting up anyway. I needed more volume in that candle, so worked out. But yeah, so this trade I could definitely solidify as valid if it's the bias is opposite, but we're rotating over the bottom of the zone or top of the zone if we're going for a sell. I could still take it even if it touches my minor level. It literally wicked out at my minor level. My minor level is at 74.50, so, and we got down to 74.25. So there was basically like 2 levels of support here to push enough for me to get a take profit, because we only went 18 ticks and then this reversal bar happened. So but yeah, Christian, you probably, I don't know if you were in the stream that one day, but probably the only time you guys will see me ever turn off my P&L is when I start making too much money, just because of where I'm from. It just makes me a little bit uncomfortable to continue showing, like, when the numbers are way too big, or like, you know, when my payouts just get a little too significant. I will definitely be one of those people who asks Apex to hide me from the list, just because I don't think it's smart. At least not in my culture. Just say that. And where I'm from doesn't help. But I will always still show, you know, my trades. Or I might just show like the P&L of whatever is the account that you guys can see here, and not show like overall. But I mean, you guys are smart enough to know I'm copy trading and you can just multiply the numbers. You know what I mean? Grand Rising Chuck. Good morning. But yeah, it definitely wouldn't be to hide anything. I would never have anything to hide, but it's not to hide it from you guys, it's to hide it from people who are not like us. I'm kind of iffy about this trade. Let's see what happens. 675. We might push before. Yes. Push before it was validated. I was just iffy about it because we're rotating over the top of the zone. However, it's not the first rotation. Like the first rotation, I know I can never take, but this was the second rotation. So I was like iffy on whether I would want to take it or not, considering we're still at the top of it. We're still resisting off of it, but the trade was invalid anyway, so no biggie. Oh, I gotta go check something real quick. 2 cups, I'm screwed up. Image, I've screwed up. It's testing me. I don't understand why you would want to push from here. It's a very annoying trade, being that it's at the top of that zone. Exactly what I didn't want to take right here set up, but the rules are the rules. It's not a new level anymore, so let's see if it access support. If we can push past the prime high, I think we'll be okay. Why wasn't I filled? Y'all see that? Please go up there and fill me. Please don't piss me off. Like, I waited all day for this. What you're not gonna do is that. There must not have been very much volume in the. Oh yeah, well. Let me see. Where was the? See. 16, 17, 18. Well, I guess there was basically only in the candle that it was supposed to take profit in, there was only 9 volume there. So there was only 10 in the following one, but then 361 in the next one. So that's likely why it wasn't filled immediately. It just wasn't enough orders there. What am I looking for? But low key, high key, that would have pissed me off if I didn't get filled and I would have gotten a damn break even. I done waited 2 hours almost to get a freaking trade. Jeez. Oh, that's what. No, wrong account. This one is what I'm looking for. Ooh, baby, that would have pissed me off. Big time, big time, big time. Oh, yes, Christian, I did. We started off rough, okay? And then come to find out of the first 3 trades that I lost, I think only one of them was actually valid, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe, I think I might have mitigated all 3. But to end the stream, 7 wins in a row. I sat out of an additional 2 wins. Pretty nice. Pretty nice, pretty nice. We like days like those. Chuck, you said to thank you later. Thank me after earnings. Tesla will be a long-term gem. I was wanting to take this, but we needed to pull back to like 96. So we just missed it by a hair. Shoot. I am looking for the divergence play here. Did we hit that level yet? No. It's 97. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. We're rejecting off my minor level at 97.50, which kind of freaking sucks because I would break even manually at 97. They're gonna do that. Push down. You don't want to go up. You do want to go up. Don't tell me I should have just taken that one trade and kept it moving for the day, considering how long it took to get it. But yeah, I gotta manually break even at 97 because we be hitting this new rotation level right there. Jeez Louise, y'all. That literally came one tick from stopping me out. One. Because my stop loss is one tick above the open of the entry bar. And we literally hit the exact level of the open of the entry bar. Jeez. That was a nail biter. Thank you, thank you. You want to buy September? They say a rate hike. Next FOMC. Implied volatility on Tesla. I do want to get back into long-term stock investments. It's going to take me a minute though, because my only goal right now is, once I start getting payouts, to pay myself back all the money that I've been living off of for the last 2 years while I took a break from corporate America. Also, my goal is to pay my mom's house off. And after that, it's free reign. We could do whatever. But those two are like super important for me. Nvidia brought it up for me. Hey now. You tell Nvidia thank you. Thank you much. All right, we got 30 minutes left. Not interested in the buy right here at all. Just trying to see what happens after. I wouldn't be interested in the first sale either, to be honest. Especially if we rotate around this area. If we like push up and come right back down around the same area. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I can tell the volatility is not the best of the best because I was in those two trades for way too long. The first trade was like 45 seconds. This trade was almost 2 minutes. Like, we don't like that. We don't like that at all, actually. Y'all know I like the 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Even if it's a loss, make me lose fast. Don't make me lose after 2 minutes. That's insane. Alright, so we touched there. Oh, I want to see. Trying to see if this is gonna let me show y'all my memories because the memories from today was more trades and I actually like showed the trade setups and stuff, but it's like lagging pretty hard. Baby, I was trading all day and I was over it. I was over it. And look, it says new wake up time 6:55 a.m. I need those extra 5 minutes to make sure all my charts are set up by 7:05. Who wants to trade that early in the morning, girl? You're crazy. We don't do that. What? I'm so glad that's not my life anymore. That's not my ministry. Because no. No. Let me see if I can see memories. Let me see if it'll actually play properly on. No, it lags. I think it's just Facebook that makes it lag like that. That sucks because I would have showed y'all, but it's lagging. $298. All right, that's literally impossible for me to take that by. We pushed back too far anyway. How much was I down yesterday? I think it was 230 or something per account. Let's see. 228, 233, and 208. So if we end here and I don't get any more setups, I would have recovered almost everything from yesterday. So considering I probably could have taken that first trade I sat out of, it would have been a full recovery. We push up in this bar, which it doesn't look like we will. I was looking for the buy. We pushed too hard now. Outside bar instead. Another thing I'm starting to realize that's happening a lot is, like, let's say for instance with this trade right here, like all the volume requirements were there for me to take the trade, but then we ended up closing down instead and creating an outside bar. A lot of times that trade works going the opposite way, but only if it's an outside bar that would have been like a valid trade going the way I wanted it to. So we definitely, I would have gotten filled for the sale and kept going. I've definitely been noticing that for like the last, I would say, week or so. Definitely been noticing that. And I know like Ninja has a indicator and strategy that they use or that they have available for the strategy is all about outside bars. Now they use a different setting than I do. And one of the requirements is like for it to be within a certain number of bars of the reversal bar, like for the outside bar to happen. But that's something that I'm definitely going to keep paying attention to see if it's something that I want to take. Definitely wasn't that big of a push up when we changed biases back here, because you can see that if we change back to a downtrend, we're changing below where we changed to an uptrend. If this level was above this zone, if this zone was above this one, then it was a strong push up. I don't remember why I even had that open. So I ain't been looking at my Excel sheet at all today. At all. Let's see. It's in a very strange area. I think by the time we get enough volume in this swing, it's going to invalidate the trade because we'll be at this zone down here. Well, or it'll reverse here instead. Is this my funded account with all the green apple trades? No. You'll see PA in the front if it was. No, I'm still not trading my PA. I don't really feel comfortable doing it yet because I haven't passed the next eval. Once I pass the next eval, I will start trading my funded accounts though. But with me passing the first one like on some fluky shit, I didn't want to trade the PA. Alright, I want to see what this does because this was a valid trade aside from the support level right there, which was resistance, turn support, it could turn back to resistance. So I kind of need this to happen a little bit more often for me to feel comfortable. If it does win, I don't think it will. There we go. That's exactly why I don't take it. It's just a regular pullback, so I don't want it to be a sell on this type of support level. But yeah, I promise I'm definitely going to trade my PAs as soon as possible. But because I feel like by the time I pass the next eval the right way, besides maybe a couple of questionable things that only happen once every couple of weeks, I will pretty much have the foundation of my strategy set. So I'll feel comfortable trading the PAs. And then since I'll have two at the time that I start trading them, one of them I'll start trading at 8:30 in the morning. The other one I won't start until 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm just going to batch it that way just because I am still like I don't want to say learning, but I'm still like putting things together in the process of making adjustments. Sometimes I forget rules and stuff like that. So lately I've been more so just sitting out of trades, not getting into trades I'm not supposed to be in. So that's good. But eventually I am just going to trade probably all of them starting at 8:30 as I start to build them. But in the beginning, I'll batch them. But the ones that I start at 8:30, I'm still going to trade after 9. It's just those will have an earlier start time. That's all. Where is my... Oh, there. It's hiding behind that. Yeah, these levels are pretty close together, so... My goal actually is to pass the 125K that I'm trading right now. My goal is to pass it by the end of the week. I mean, that's been my goal every week, but now that I'm feeling like I'm closer and closer to getting the strategy right, and I haven't really made like super huge adjustments, just like minor things, that is my goal, to pass it by the end of the week. But if it doesn't happen, that's fine too. It's no big deal. Oh, I really set out of 2 trades earlier. Think about it. But yeah, so the goal is to just be able to get a payout in the 15th to 20th pay period. So even if I push it to where I request on the 20th, I basically need to start trading my PAs by the 6th. All right, we pushed too hard there. All right, I can delete that one. Got 10 minutes left. I want to see how far this pushes. I should have taken the swing trade on my sim account. I really didn't want to just yet because I wanted to more so see the test of this zone with a divergence, but not with the, like, I didn't want the zigzag to be green. I wanted it to be red. But when this happens this way, typically I will just take profit at my major level, which right now is at 585. So we'll see if it gets up there. I'll try. It'll be this the second yellow level. That's if it even happens before 11. But yeah, maybe starting next week, I'll start continuing the stream into my journaling session. But I feel like I should have done that before, because now I'm not going to have as many aha moments, probably. Because so many of my rules are like the most defined they're going to be. So I should have did it before. But I definitely have to spend time in my online journal today because I haven't been importing the trades. I know yesterday I was irritated because I realized that it wasn't taking the screenshots or doing anything until like later in the session. So that was kind of annoying, but let's see if it gets up here. Would have had a little bit of drawdown because I would have entered here, but the stop loss would have been right below the prime low, like a tick below it. So I would have had some drawdown before it pushed up. $66.25. All right, and there would have been the take profit. Maybe after the second push, I can. So that would have been, I know the stop loss will always be like 33 ticks. So 33 for a take profit of 50 basically. It's not bad. Now, when it creates the actual divergence that I'm looking for at the zone, since we broke the first one, not the second one, I would actually be taking profit up there, which is basically a 1 to 3. I think it's a 33 stop loss for like 96 take profit, 96 ticks. I could tell her order is shipped. Arriving today. Huh? Why I can't click the shipping number? Order is out for delivery. USPS. Oh, it really is. My levels are out of order, which happens a lot after 10:30, so it's not gonna be any trades from here, more than likely. When did we order that? Oh, that's a week. Why don't it was a week ago that we ordered that stuff? Interesting. Don't seem like it was a week. Tell my granny her clothes will be here tonight. Alright, we only got a minute left. I'm not taking any more trades. I can look at the market and tell that. Alright, so let me put... It's the OCD in me. I have to make sure the accounts are in order. Alright. Okay guys, so this is where we're at. Took 2 trades, won them both. I set out of 2 trades, probably 1 for sure, but I think 2 that I definitely could have taken, maybe even 3, depending on how I want to trade the regular pullbacks at my major level. But yeah, so we won both trades. If I look, wrong thing. So the 2 trades that I took was at 10.21 and 10.26. So today was one of those days where patience paid because to go almost the entire first 2 hours of a 2.5-hour session with no trades was a little crazy. So we took those trades 5 minutes apart, and then we just really didn't have anything after that. Like I said, once I look a little bit more into those couple of trades that I set out of, I'm pretty sure I was okay to take those. But this is where we're at. Like I said earlier, I did lose between like $200 and $230 yesterday per account. So almost got the accounts back to, almost recovered the full loss from yesterday. So we'll see what tomorrow is like. Hopefully we get a little bit more trades tomorrow. I don't want to go almost 2 hours without a trade again. That kind of sucked, but it is what it is. But I thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out. Excuse me, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye.